Christmas, the time when life is festive and filled with joy, when spirits are light and carefree. The cookies and hot cocoa, the trees and gifts, what could be better than that? But for some people, reality looks nothing like that. The light isn't shining brightly. It may be dim and flickering, just barely alive. People may be lonely, sad, disillusioned, angry, or worried about the new year that is fast approaching. The thought of celebrating Christmas is too much to handle. All seems hopeless. Just a few years ago, a few decades ago, I was going through a very dark time in my life. Depression had made its presence known. It kept me company during spring, held my hand throughout summer, and grabbed my neck as Christmas approached. I contemplated some serious ways to end my despondency. Right before Christmas, however, I was finally able to see a glimmer of hope, and that Christmas became etched on my heart as the Christmas of light. I was hyper aware of the lights around me as I drove through our town at night, aware of the impact the candles in my home had when I lit them. We didn't have much money then, but my husband found a way to encourage me in my journey toward light. For my Christmas gift, he made frames for pictures he took from an old calendar that featured paintings by Thomas Kincaid. This Christian artist was known as the painter of light. In at least one place in each of his paintings, there was light bursting forth, impacting one little area of the scene. That's what Christ enables us to do, even as we work our way through dark seasons of life. I think of Psalm 23 and the words, "Yea, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." Compare that verse with the well-known Christmas verse in Isaiah 9:2. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the shadow of death, a light has dawned. In this fallen world, there are times we might live in the shadow of death, but we need to remember it's only a shadow, not the real thing. Jesus, the light of the world, enters our bleak situation and shines his light, which burns away the gossamer threads of the shadow of death. And instead of living or existing in a shadow, we are invited to experience the best Christmas present of all, a gift wrapped in swaddling clothes, just waiting to be opened. You see, the presence of God is his present to us, and this presence can revolutionize our lives. In our darkness, we may forget how near the presence of Christ is. Think back to that first Christmas, the stress surrounding the census, a nearly 100-mile donkey trip, a man who refused to make motel reservations, and a KOA campground that was severely lacking. And you have the pressure surrounding Mary and Joseph. I wonder how Mary was feeling and speaking as she made that long, uncomfortable journey. Was she serene, sitting on the bony back of a donkey, wearing a blue robe and a sweet, blissful smile, already posing for all the Christmas cards that would grace mantles a couple thousand years later? Or was she griping, like I would have been? "Joseph, are we there yet? My back is killing me, my feet are swollen. Even a Motel 6 will work." No, I don't think any of that really happened. But what we do know is that Emmanuel, God with us, joined Mary and Joseph in the midst of their weariness, uncertainty, economic unrest, and separation from family. All things we can certainly relate to. If you find yourself entering the Advent season through a dark cloud that seems to suck the life out of you, remember that Jesus, the light of God, can penetrate that. I love 2 Samuel 22:29. "You are my lamp, O Lord. The Lord turns my darkness into light." He can do the same for you. My prayer for those of you who are hurting this holiday season is that you will turn to the God who is with us and allow Him to be the God who is with you.